So there is 2 or 3, and I do try and get involved more so with the ones that I might have a personal bit of experience in, or somebody close to me might have experience in. And so I've done a lot of stuff with Aware before, but when I heard about this, or when I was asked to come down here and support, it was a no-brainer, you know. I mean, to be honest with you, everybody knows somebody that's affected with cancer. I mean, there's nobody out there that doesn't know somebody. And so, of course, I'm no different. I know plenty of people that have been affected. I've seen, you know, close friends and many families that kind of have made such... I mean, the hospice does such amazing things for people, and it needs all the help I can get. And so today, I'm just looking out the window now, and the amount of people that are here. People were a little bit afraid, I think, of the rain and the weather and stuff, but they still came out and braved it. Everyone is just having a great time. I'm seeing so many faces, like people I went to school with that I haven't seen in years and stuff. And just everyone's chatting, having a laugh. Most people went around the track once. There's still people going around the track. And it's just lovely to be involved in this, and to think that not only is everyone having a nice kind of Sunday afternoon out, but on top of that, they're creating awareness for probably one of the most important charities and organisations in Sligo, you know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was just talking about that with Shamie, and you've been here for a number of hours now at this stage, and everyone you meet has a story about the hospice or has something. Like, you're exactly right in what you're saying. There's a connection to everyone, isn't there? Absolutely.
There's not one person. I mean, to be honest with you, unfortunately, everybody probably knows 2 or 3 or 4 people, if not more, you know. And so I think it's really important that this charity in general, you know, every charity is important, but this one affects so many people across the board, and I think that's really obvious today when you look out the window. I mean, it looks like half of Sligo is here, and the rest, and I think that's just proof of the fact that so many people are affected by cancer, and so many people would literally just have no issue at all coming out, even if it is raining, and showing their support, you know.
Were you home anyway? Are you home especially?
I actually did. For this particular event, I came home especially, but I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer, you know. I mean, I'm never that far away anyway. But
excuse to come home as well, of course.
Exactly. Do you know what? I'm looking forward to Mum's Sunday dinner this evening. It might be a bit late, but I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it's a good excuse to come home. I think one of the best excuses ever to come home. And as I say, I'm actually genuinely, I've seen so many people, like from school and from Collery, that I haven't seen in years. So as well as a great day for charity, it's just a great day to catch up with loads of people from Sligo, you know.
Yeah, I think everyone is feeling the same, because it's busy for you at the minute, isn't it? The follow-up to Fire tour is being talked about.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff. I mean, I'm kind of doing non-music stuff as well, just kind of personal stuff, like doing a bit of work in my house and stuff like that. That's not so exciting, but for me it's exciting. But yeah, I'm also I'm always in the studio anyway, but I am kind of writing again. And there's a couple of projects that aren't solo music related necessarily, but they're still very much to do with entertainment. And, I'm all about the singing, so it's still to do with singing. But sort of something a bit different, and something that's very exciting for me, a new challenge as well that's on the card. So I'm very excited about that, but I don't want to say anything about it too soon until it kind of properly comes into fruition, you know.
Okay.
But anyways, enough about me. It's all about the charity.
Yeah. Well, no, I want to talk a little bit more about you, if that's all right.
Okay.
So, 2017, a big year ahead, so?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the things that happened after Westlife finished was I think I settled into my own pace of things, you know, and I've been kind of well known for being very laid back, timing wise and stuff. So I'm not kind of the type of person to be whacking out an album every year and stuff like that. I like to do things, kind of do them right and do them slow, and I'd rather write 100 songs and find the right 10 and not be under pressure like that. That's one of the advantages of not being part of the huge machine, is that I kind of decide what pressure I put myself under, you know, and that's kind of it's a nice place to be at in my mid-30s, you know, as opposed to kind of the craziness that was, you know, in the past.
Yeah, because I mean, you wrote every song on Fire, or at least were involved in the writing of every song on Fire. Was that difficult for you in terms of starting from scratch nearly?
Not really, no. I mean, I kind of through the years behind the scenes, and I got involved more and more with songwriting, even in Westlife, especially towards the end. And so I kind of went from writing songs for the band and kind of having the formula of a Westlife song to work with, to having no formula. And so it wasn't hard for me. I mean, no, I wouldn't describe it as hard. It was exciting, because I didn't even know what my own style was until I went into the studio and found out by just writing songs and then sitting down and listening to them and going, all right, well then that's what I sound like, you know. And it's interesting now, kind of after, say, a year since I released my first solo album, I'm now kind of getting very excited to go in and kind of like, right, well, I'm going to do this slightly differently, I'm going to do that slightly differently, and I'm only starting to come around to getting ready to get back into the studio and write again, you know. You need to step away from it in order to get the hunger back, you know.
Is it difficult to perform those songs you write yourself? Because you know you're kind of putting yourself out there. When people listen to the lyrics of that, they'll obviously associate it with your life, you know.
Yeah, it was something that I thought, oh God, am I going to be able to perform these songs in front of big crowds? They're much more personal. But you know, for me, anyways, personally, I'm so kind of worried about I've never been the best with lyrics, even to songs I've written myself. It's just a weird thing I have. And so luckily I'm so kind of nervous worrying about X, Y and Z that's not that. So I'm not worried about people reading into the lyrics.
Right.
I'm more worried about remembering the lyrics
them.
and remembering the speeches in between songs and remembering what song comes next. But I kind of like leaving myself a bit nervous. I think that little edgy nervousness helps me through the gigs, you know.
Yeah. Two other things I want to ask you about. You tweeted recently the picture of meeting President Obama. That was a bit special.
Yes. That was amazing. I mean, we've got to do some really special things in Westlife, and you know, actually, it's only kind of in recent times that I might have, you know, it's so long now since Westlife has ended that I'd find myself, you know, going on a little YouTube binge or, you know, looking through old photos, and a lot of the time the fans tend to tweet me on Twitter with old pictures, you know, kind of nostalgic pictures, and so yeah, like seeing us with Obama, and I was looking through all the duets we done the other night, you know. We've done duets with people like Donna Summer and Lionel Richie, Diana Ross, obviously Mariah Carey, the more famous one. And it's only now that I'm realising, geez, we've done so much and we were so lucky. You know, at the time, you're literally so busy. Things are coming at you left, right and centre. You don't have time to appreciate, you know, what you're doing. And so, yeah, it's nice to kind of sit back now years later and look back and really, truly appreciate exactly what we've done, you know.
The other thing I want to ask you about is Sligo Rovers. I see that Colin has you nicely decked out in the brand new away jersey today.
Yes, absolutely. I did kind of I was chatting to him, you know, like yesterday before I came up, and he was telling me that they just launched this new jersey, or they're launching it this week, and I was like, oh, what's it look like? And I just seen it, and because I literally constantly just wear black clothes from head to toe, and it's black. So I was like, oh, is there any chance I can have one? So
yeah,
I think I might have to give it back, though.
Oh, I like it. I think you might let you hold on to that.
Yeah, they look very cool, though. They look very, very cool.
He's pretty much part of the management team in Sligo Rovers now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, ever since Colin was a kid, he's been, I suppose, he's kind of ate, slept and drank football all his life. And it's just really good to see him. He loves that job so much, you know. I mean, if they're looking for someone to be dedicated, they're not going to find someone any more dedicated than him. And
that's for sure.
You know, everybody knows him for it now, and he loves that. And yeah, I think he's really comfortable up there, and he does a fantastic job. And you know, he's very proud as anything to be involved with the Rovers, you know.